Starting live video, okay. It says live. Our poster in the back isn't centered. Oh well. We're gonna do this here. That didn't help. Okay.
Let me stand behind you.
Good evening, Patriots. Dan Dubois, Canadian Combat Coalition National President, and Dan Unruh, our guardsman for Ontario. We got a few things we want to go over tonight. There's some important developments that need to be spoken of, and we're going to go through them. I first want to start with promoting the Calgary rally. There's actually a seminar this evening, and the rally is tomorrow day. During the day, there's entertainment in the evening, and I would encourage all Patriots, especially C3 members in the Calgary region, to please attend this rally. We need some numbers at this rally. There's Pastor Arthur there. There's Carl Edward Fleury there. There's Mike Traherne there. Obviously, Rick Boswick, our Ontario VP and videographer. I'm French, so pardon me, I have a hard time saying those.
And a great videographer.
Those long words, yeah, and he's a great videographer, and he's doing a great job. Obviously, Sandra Solomon is out there.
Hey, Sandra.
And Kevin J. Johnson is out there. So we've got some of the greatest Patriots in Canada right there in Calgary. So for those of you in that area, you should by all means drop what you are doing. It's time for Canadians to stand up, and please endorse this rally and show up. We need the numbers. So also I want to wish good luck to you guys out there. I hope you have a good time, play safe, and you know, let's wake up Canada. You guys are doing a fantastic job. Fully endorsed by C3, all members, guaranteed. 100%, right?
Guaranteed.
Yeah. So, I've noticed something going on in my hometown, and I think it's gone across the country. The hockey team, the Broncos, that terrible tragedy that happened a few days ago, you know, I've seen a wonderful thing happen across Canada. There's not a Tim Hortons that I walked into where they weren't wearing a hockey jersey.
Beautiful.
We saw just down the street here, there's a Dairy Queen, and that Dairy Queen was having a day for the Broncos. I guess they're getting money, they're accepting donations, and it was called Blizzards for Broncos. So obviously I think there was a contribution from every Blizzard purchased. Well, the lineup was all the way out the parking lot, down the highway, almost a quarter kilometer or a third of a kilometer down the highway. And it was like that all evening long.
Well, I just went in there tonight and I asked them how much they had raised for them, and it was $9,000 was raised yesterday.
They're over $10 million has been raised for these families. This terrible tragedy. They will need money, especially some of the injured, for care. Let's face it, money makes the world go round, and I'm super happy that these families will at least have enough money that maybe one small burden will be lifted off of them, and that's the fact that they won't be needing for money. I'd like to endorse or actually plug our rally. I don't care what you've heard, you're hearing it from the horse's mouth. July 14th and 15th, Parliament Hill, Ottawa, Canadians for Canada rally. I don't care who tells you what, there's one rally. It's on Parliament Hill in Ottawa. It's sponsored and hosted by Canadian Combat Coalition, C3. We appreciate all groups that are endorsing and are going to be showing up, that have actually told us that they're coming, confirmed their attendance. And I'd also like to mention the fact that This rally has been, there's some people, terrible people out there. Not all patriots are true patriots. There's some people out there that are actually trying to hijack this rally. They're saying, there's a page, Patriot Pride Canada-wide, they're saying it's their rally, they're trying to hijack it. Well, fact is it's our rally. We have the permit. I showed that on a past video. And they don't even have the membership to host such an event, are the true facts. So it's C3 that's hosting this rally. It's not a Canada-wide event like this other page is trying to do to bring the numbers down. It's everybody shows up on Parliament Hill in Ottawa, July 14th and 15th at noon. And I'm telling you, if you've never been to Ottawa, this is your chance to kill two birds with one stone. Come visit our beautiful nation's capital and also come and endorse this rally. It's going to be the event of the summer. I can almost assure you the response is fantastic. We've got people confirming coming from coast to coast, from remote cities. People are planning their holiday and making Ottawa part of their holiday. It's going to be a great event. So, you know, I'm hoping that most of you Canadians, like I say, freedom is accomplished through financial and physical sacrifice. Our military risks life and limb to protect our freedoms. So, it's about time that we as Canadians stand up and start protecting our freedoms. So, another thing about that accident is I feel that with bringing in these unvetted immigrants, people literally walking across our borders, we've tainted our industry standards by importing immigrants from third world countries where there are no safety industry standards. And we're further endorsing this free-for-all of no safety standards by letting Sikhs ride motorcycles without wearing helmets. Lots say, well, that's fine, let them injure themselves. Your taxes are going to pay for their injuries. Your taxes are going to pay for, imagine mental illness. If they get brain damage, and that's what happens without wearing a helmet, this could cost Canadian taxpayers millions. These people need special care after. And in Canada, we look after our people that are injured and stuff. So that's why we have safety standards in this country. Why are these people given special privileges that are going to jeopardize Canadians? These people work without safety standards. They're coming on our job sites and they're working recklessly because they're owned by immigrants that are used to working without safety standards. And this is jeopardizing Canadian lives and well-being. Mark my words, this bus accident is the beginning of many more where Canadians will be killed or severely injured because of immigrants not taught our Canadian safety standards. That's what happens. This is the beginning of our country becoming a shithole. So I'd also like to announce, many people out there know Mike Traherne. Mike Traherne is now a full C3 member.
Way to go, Mike.
I'm hoping he got his shirt there. He's driving out there trying to get his shirt. So hopefully you can see Mike at the rally, and he should be wearing his full C3 uniform. Sandra Sullivan supposedly is going to be wearing a C3 shirt with pride, and with pride from C3 she's wearing that shirt. So this is the part where some of you may want to turn this video off. But we have to address, remember I said there's some evil people in this movement, not true patriots? Well, we have to address Ryan Dean after some recent attacks. He's been off of Facebook for 6 months. He says 30 days. Lie number one. And now, since he's been back on Facebook, through his page, Patriot Pride Canada Wide, and it should be better named Fake Patriot Cries Canada Wide. But Ryan's been attacking C3. He attacks C3, then he says, we're not going to talk about this no more. And then 5 minutes later, he attacks us again. Lie number 2. Lie number 3. He's out there saying that the t-shirts only cost $17. This is a receipt.
And that's proof.
Of the last few t-shirts that I bought, and it says right on there, custom tee. They're $25. Plus, we have this wonderful thing in Ontario. It's called HST. So plus tax, those t-shirts cost $28.25.
And Ryan, you probably still didn't pay for yours.
Ryan, we know you didn't pay for yours. Ryan owes $700 that he took from Canadian Combat Coalition. He says that money I forgave and told him that he could use it for expenses, that he's got receipts. Well, your car's a gas guzzler, bud, because I have evidence, and I've heard from many patriots out there that you were at 2 rallies. So that's a real gas guzzler for having spent $700 in fuel. And that's lie number 4. Because I never said such a thing. If I said such a thing, that you can have the money, prove it. There's a lot of PMs out there that we talked in PMs. You show me where it says you can have that money to do C3 things. I did say, when I do recoup my money, if we're in the green, because fact is we're still in the red, then I will help contribute monies towards events and gas fees and what have you. Well, we're still in the red by thousands of dollars. And it's my thousands of dollars. And I really don't have a problem doing that for these fine patriots, guys like Dan, that have got more heart in their little finger than Ryan Dean has in his entire body. And the reason I'm also not afraid to defend tonight is because tables have turned. And we're getting many, many calls and many endorsements, not just from C3 members, but patriots and groups that are saying, Dan, we have to shut this cancer Ryan down. So now that we're fully endorsed and people understand how bad this person is, we're going to try and shut him down. You know, Ryan called last night, viewed the Kevin J. Johnson, Rick Boswick, Sandra Solomon, and Pastor Arthur video that they had out last night. He came on and Kevin J. Johnson asked him, call in, we're not mad at you, just defend why you're trying to sabotage our rallies. Ryan didn't want to call in because fact is what Ryan is doing is not for the Patriot movement. It's because Ryan is jealous and is butt hurt and a man-child that can't move on with his life because he's jealous that C3, the group that he was thrown out of because he was abusive to women in the group, because he stole money from the group, because he was abusive to most members in the group, and there's members out there in Alberta that can recall how he treated them and called them idiots and stuff because they didn't want to show up at rallies, a volunteer event. These are volunteer movements. Nobody's getting paid. Especially not me. I'm paying. So, what's up with this, you have to go to rallies? These are not gangs. These are patriot groups by people on a volunteer basis, good people to volunteer their time and their efforts and their money. And yes, we did charge $60 for a membership fee and a t-shirt. And by the time that t-shirt got to the person and I got to drive 30 kilometers all the time to go get those t-shirts, we're lucky to make $25. And now, because we have more swag, because we're not really trying to make It's not about making a big profit. We'd like to make money, because if you know how to run an organization without money, I'm all ears.
Yeah, how do you do it?
Call me. Because we need money. That's the facts. We need more money. We're not charging enough. Because now, when you join Canadian Combat Coalition, you pay your $60 fee, you get a hat. It's $20 value. You get a t-shirt. That's $30 value. And you get a couple decals that are a $10 value. Do the math. We make nothing. So, these are the facts. And I don't care what Ryan says. Because, you know, fact of the matter is, he's on MeWe, Instagram, and every darn social media that you can imagine, and he says how hard he works. Sir?
Bullshit.
Sir, I have a job, and there's no way in heaven that I could ever be on all these social medias as much as you are and retain full gainful employment. It's impossible. Lie number 6, I think we're at. Dan, did you want to say something? While I take a breath?
Yeah. I'm not much of a speaker, but I just wanted to let everybody know what my problem was. I have a personal problem with Ryan Dean. My brother served our country for 20 years. He lost his life to PTSD 3 years ago, July 1st of 2015. And I have to listen to Ryan Dean sending me texts knocking my brother's suicide. You know, and it just makes me crazy, drives me batty. I hate Ryan Dean more than I hate Trudeau. And I said, I hate Trudeau. Says, it just, what kind of person does something like that? His
brother gave his life for our country and deserves the utmost respect. Not any disrespect whatsoever. Now, if you don't believe what we're saying about Ryan, you go to Canada Pride Canada-wide or Patriot Pride Canada-wide. Go to that page. Feel free to comment also.
I can show you here.
We're going to be putting all our proof at the bottom of this video.
And
many screenshots and stuff.
A lot of people have said, why don't I... He's blocked everywhere else but my phone. And these are all messages that I get throughout... Well, and I get phone calls like at 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's proof, Ryan? See the proof?
Oh, yeah. And then here also as well, he's sending me shots where he's saying he's getting members kicked out. But why is he sending this to me? I don't know. But I guess he knows I'm passing it on or whatever. I don't know. But I have such... Yeah, it's... I don't even know how to say it. I don't want to say it.
Fact is, Ryan's been thrown out of the Soldiers of Odin, Alberta. Respect, guys. He's been thrown out of the 3% Alberta. Respect, guys. He's been thrown out of the Alberta Guardian Angels, I believe they were called. That's respect. He's thrown out of C3. He had a page going called NAF, Not All Faculties Functioning. Or
sounds good.
North American Freedom Fighters. I think he got to 720 or so members. In the same time, we're at almost 2,700 members. And Ryan can't get things off the ground. Why is that? Because Ryan is a bad person. Ryan is a convicted woman beater. You don't hear him talking about that, but he's convicted.
He's a Muslim.
On 2 charges of, not even all Muslims are bad.
No, this is
Islam.
true.
It's Islam.
I apologize.
Yeah, it's Islam. But fact of the matter is that, you know, Ryan's been charged and convicted of these crimes. Domestic abuse. Not 1, but 2 counts of domestic abuse. A normal person would remove himself from the public exposure. But Ryan has such low self-esteem and needs notoriety so bad, he's compelled to keep exposing himself. He doesn't understand the meaning of stupid. And the meaning of stupid is when you do a negative action, or you make an action, and it gives you a negative reaction, and you keep doing that negative action because you don't learn from your mistakes. That is the definition of Ryan.
And you can't fix stupid.
And if you don't believe that Ryan was charged and convicted, he's going to be sentenced April 16th, which is this coming Monday, at the courthouse in Leduc, 9 a.m. Maybe some of you would like to go and film Ryan. Then there'd be evidence that if I could go, I'd go myself. But then you'd have concrete evidence that this is a terrible man, a liar, a thief, a woman beater, that's now bashing Sandra, Kevin J. Johnson, Julie, Dina Gallant, Ezra Levant, Roger Rowan.
What are you trying
myself,
to do, you idiot?
Monique, Trixie McPixie. He's just going out there bashing everybody. He's got posters out there calling it the Sandra Solomon Hate Circus. The only hater here, Ryan, is you. Because you're jealous. You know, I mean, I can't believe, and everything you accuse us of are things that you are doing, and you can't make this up, ladies and gentlemen. Ryan tells you in some of his videos, and I want you to go watch him, how he hates cop collars and snitches. We've got many screenshots of him saying that he's reported us to the police out there, and that when we step into Alberta, that we will be arrested as a hate group. And that this sign here, this C that I've done in the past, and 3 for C3, he says that's a gang sign, and the police know that gang sign, and you can be arrested for that. I can't make this up. We have screenshots. This man has mental illness and is clearly delusional. You know? Fact is ARC has been reporting on us and them. And I want to say something to ARC too. Why do you not show us read our mission statement? Is it because in the opening sentence it says we are a non-profit, multicultural group of patriots? Is that why? I can quote you guys as saying that our mission statement is self-serving and is boring. It's only less than a minute to read. I don't know how you can get bored in under a minute. But ARC, if you guys are a rag, and you're like the Inquirer. Inquiring minds want to know. The libtards want to know. Start doing some factual reporting, and you might gain respect. So, you know, Ryan also says that he doesn't support rallies. The rallies are no good and ineffective. They don't do anything. They're ineffective.
But he's having the biggest rally in May 21st.
May 3rd. May 3rd. So, and then later on, 10 minutes later, he's saying that he's making a rally May 3rd. You can't make this up, folks. Go to his page and watch it.
He's got to be a twin.
You know?
Because not one person can be that stupid.
You know, he calls us cop callers, he calls us cops. He hates people also, you'll see that report people on Facebook. He hates those people. He says that, you watch the video. And then later on the video, he brags about all the people that he's reported and shut down. It's like he doesn't remember what he said 5 minutes ago, you know? So I'm asking people to ask Ryan this. When you see him and he bashes C3, start saying what C3 did bad. What did they do? Start enumerating the terrible things that C3 did for you to hate them so much. And there's nothing. He says we're Facebook warriors. We attended numerous rallies last summer. We attended the Hindu conference. We had a big barbecue in the summer where we donated bikes, swings, and a barbecue, and had donate over 100 hot dogs and water and pop to a neighborhood. That's doing nothing. We were at the rally in Ottawa supporting our Chinese community. That's doing nothing. What are we at now? Lie number 10? So, it seems that Ryan accuses us of everything he's doing. This is clearly, there's something wrong with this guy. And now that he's been thrown out of the Calgary rally, because I've heard that he's not endorsed by anyone. Nobody wants him there. Now he's trying to bash it and smash it. Our theory is this. Has Antifa finally infiltrated the movement with a guy like Ryan Dean? He's been seen speaking to them at rallies in Edmonton. The only 2 rallies cost $350, I guess, from Morinville to Edmonton per trip, because $700 he's telling me he's got receipts for. He went to 2 rallies, and he calls us a terrible group. You know, another thing I don't think was a great thing is I don't think that putting your kids on video, Ryan, is a real good move. People don't like you. I know that for a fact. People don't like us, but more people don't like you.
But don't get them after your kids.
But you're going to put your kids out there, bud? Like, do you even stop and think for 1 second, or is the brain always in neutral and the mouth in full forward gear? You know? We're really wondering. So, I want to plug it one more time. And another thing that I want to ask, I brought in some of our leaders for C3. I asked them to join the video. I don't know if some of them are still on. I probably bored them half to death. I know I get carried away. But fact is, Ryan also said that I was going to charge a $300 chapter fee. Well, if there's any leaders still watching the video, did I ever ask any of you for a $300 chapter fee? Did I even ever mention it? Have you even ever heard of it from any other member in C3? What are we at? Line number 10?
11.
Or 11?
And I've only been told, like, whatever, because I get a little bit excited, and this gentleman here says, whatever you do, be the utmost respectful when you're wearing this shirt. You know, you don't want to no bad behavior or whatever. And
it's because we're good people in C3. Most members handpicked. Most full members were handpicked. And they're great people. I've spoken, met every single full member, except for the guys out west and a couple of guys out east, and we're going to be meeting them. But it's brought people that didn't even know each other together in a friendship, common people that think alike and that want the same things, do good things. And even if one of us had evil thoughts, it wouldn't last long, because like Ryan, we would throw you out of the group. This is a group of patriots that cares about Canada's future, especially for our children and our children's children. We care about where the country's going under this terrible dictatorship that calls itself the Liberal government. And time has come for Canadians to stand up, and we hope to see you there July 14th and 15th on Parliament Hill in Ottawa at the Canadians for Canada rally, hosted by no other than C3. I'm wishing you all a great evening, Patriots, and we'll talk again. Have a nice day.